military can only be invited is because the Nigeria is highly militarized, especially from 2015 to date. And apart from militarization of the military, the military also got involved in something I cannot explain. I don't want to call it regional jihadism or what have you. I can't understand. So, and that is why we are in this mess. What is the military? What is the business of the military? The conflict zone. A zone, a region that is in conflict, their management differs. You get? So, the military has no business. The involvement of military in a led process is not a plus for Nigeria. What do they know? As an expert, I know that military know nothing. A soldier doesn't know anything except how to cook gun and shoot. A policeman, an inspector of police, is far more experienced and more globally recognized than a master sergeant in the Nigerian army. There is something we call proactive policing, preventive policing. Every aspect of policing mustn't be reactive and medicine after death. So these are the problems you have. So we cannot begin to clap for Nigeria. You are deploying military for what? What do they know? Some of us are more generals than them in terms of intellectualism, military intellectualism. They don't know anything. So that is the situation. So we cannot be clapping for Nigeria that they are deploying a military. Have you not watched where countries undergo humanitarian crisis? Have you ever seen their soldiers carrying ammunition, arms? They will be civilized. You see them helping. They are in a humanitarian mission, carrying people, attending to them. Those of them that are medical personnel, nurses and what have you, we start attending to victims. That's the work of the military. Yeah, you die, you just get AK-47, AK-4, and what have you. I don't want to, I'm a born again, I don't want to say much. Thank you.
Okay, I think you just took care of the question of that. It was Ken's second question. But even at that, I just saw something I'd like to draw your attention to. I am sure it is deliberate, but I seek clarification to it.
Yeah.
And it is in the second page where you said, Southeast Presidency, not winner take all. 19 top seats must be shared by 6 regions. And I started wondering if you have already called the result of this forthcoming election and allocated it to a Southeasterner, because the thinking is that it should have been a broader thing. Even if somebody from the Southeast doesn't win and someone else from some other region does, the person should be able to share these positions you have mentioned here in an equitable manner that will represent a federal character. Thank you.
Thank you. I like you that because you mentioned federal character. The federal character is an act strongly supported by relevant sections of the Constitution. Section 14, subsection 3 is the engine in house upon which federal character was enacted. Then you're talking about the morality of people in leadership. And like I said, you have section 15.5 of the Constitution. If you go to anything that has to do with military affairs, you look at section 2173 of the Constitution. It's very clear. If you also look at section 10 of the Constitution, no state, no religion shall be what? Shall be adopted as what? As a state religion. If you go to section 42 of the Constitution, it talks about freedom from discrimination. So you just submitted, masterfully submitted, landed with that. I like that word, federal character. I don't call it federal character. I call it political balancing, ethno-religious balancing. Let me tell you, Nigeria is not a homogeneous society. Nigeria is a heterogeneous society. Nigeria has not even become America. Even America that has been Americanized. Because somebody say, well, who is America? Who is an America? What is America? I say America is a melting pot where people from all walks of life come and be melted into the melting pot and be reformed to become Irish Americans Polish Americans, Chinese Americans, and what have you. So coming to this particular question, this particular question of yours, Nigeria is a heterogeneous society. Its history should be done pluralistically. That's the law. The law is that. It's not even only by convention. It's by the constitution. It is constitutionalized. I forgot to use the word there. There is a word in that text. Born to rule and born to be ruled. You may not know the consequences. This idea of born to rule and born to be ruled, it has been responsible for what is bedeviling the country. You may not know it. Medium-term, long-term consequences. You think you can manipulate. After manipulating, what happened? Look at what is happening in the country. So what I'm saying is that it has nothing to do with what brotherhood is take and I take. Power is given and not what? Is taken and not what? Given. Take and I take. Give me my soul. I was giving you, I thought you would have raised some issues about that research work on geopolitical zones in Nigeria. Who has taken shot at the presidency, executive presidency, or executive prime ministership of the country? But you didn't raise the issue. That is where the issue lies.
That's not a contest anyway.
Huh?
That's not a contest. What you say here.
And so what are we talking about? Why should we be allowing somebody from Northwest to continue to govern Nigeria after 16 years? I'm not talking of military. I don't want to go to military. If you add military, it will reach 30-something years. I'm talking about civilian administration. 16 years. Out of 30-something years. And you are there for 16 years. And you still want to go again. And that is why we have looked at it. We say, okay, even the North Central. In fact, you look at it anywhere, it is the Southeast. Anywhere you look at it, it is the Southeast. So if the Southwest is trying to tell us, oh, but Southeast, remember, do not forget, I'm not trying to insult anybody. With all due respect, we are being sincere here. Southwest we are talking about, I belong to an old school of thought of, look,